good morning. If you're just joining us, this is the 14th annual Strolling of the Heifers Parade, airing live on Brattleboro Community TV and on BrattleboroTV.org. I'm Tim Johnson from 96.7 TSA FM.
And I'm Fish from Classic Hits 92.7. Looking forward to bringing you the full parade, blow by blow. We'll run down all the floats for you. We'll add our own commentary, as only we do. And as usual, every year, this time of the year, I come to enjoy Tim Johnson cow jokes.
Well, we always have our cow jokes, and I wouldn't want to leave any behind.
There they are. And so it starts.
It always begins. In fact, I've been saving these for most of the year.
All right, of course, the stroll is sponsored by Brattleboro Savings and Loan and Silvernet Communications, so we want to thank them for making this possible. 14 years. 14 years.
That's right, and the major stroll sponsor for the Strolling of the Heifers weekend is Merchants Bank, a Vermont-based bank that way back in its day helped out farmers when they needed working capital for their season.
You can probably remember, I think didn't they start out as Catamount Bank?
Yes, they did.
Way back in the day.
Way back.
Way back.
In fact, everybody has merged and changed names and affiliations. But of course, Merchants now is still a Vermont-based company.
Yep, and that we appreciate them for that. They've been around in communities for a long, long time. And
in fact, Brattleboro Savings and Loan, one of our sponsors here on BCTV, is still a local-based financial institution.
Yep, very local. Sounds like we got some noise heading our way.
Believe so. We will wait to watch them come up on our monitors when they're coming up the street. Sounds like they're about a block away.
Always led by our boys in blue and green and gold, the Vermont State Police and Brattleboro Town Police. Always kind of lead the charge on these things.
This is true. After all, what's a parade without the local constabulary? You see coming onto our monitors the Vermont State Police Cruiser, followed by the Brattleboro American Legion Post 5, Men and Ladies Color Guard, and Marching Band. The Legion Band, by the way, formed in 1990. They played in many, many parades since then. They played 9 parades and 15 concerts in the local area a year, and they'll be in the National American Legion Marching Band Competition in Baltimore, August 29th.
It's a nice distinction.
Marching Band. And of course, you need the support vehicle for any organization.
It's got to be. It's a must.
Now look at this.
Oh, here she comes.
The one we affectionately call Mother Heifer, the Strolling of the Heifers director and founder, Orly Munzing.
Stroll's been around since 2001 with a mission of helping to support and celebrate local agriculture by connecting people with healthy local food with farmers. About the last thing Orly Munzing needs is a megaphone.
And of course, they're followed up by the Strolling of the Heifers float, which is the iconic heifers crossing the street. I don't know if you should tell them, but it looks an awful lot like the Beatles' Abbey Road album cover.
Exactly.
Except they have cows. Charlie and Helen Robb on their John Deere 4230.
There we
running
go.
The float. And look at this. Somebody who actually owns working dairy farms in Vermont. Vermont Governor Peter Shumlin. Along with him, of course, Kate O'Connor. And the state police support vehicle for the governor.
Following Governor Peter Shumlin is Vermont's Merchants Bank, the presenting sponsor of Strolling of the Heifers weekend. They are here with about 30 employees and their families to walk in the parade and celebrate family farmers and local food. Strolling of the Heifers thanks Merchants Bank for their support.
In fact, I believe these three things, Pete. We need to do three things in society: feed each other, make sure we don't pollute ourselves out of existence, and let's not kill each other in the process.
This is three good rules to live by.
The group from Merchants Bank.
Again, want to give a shout out to BCTV, Brattleboro Community Television. They are not in the parade, but they are covering it like a blanket with all their mobile cameras, staff, volunteers. They are broadcasting live right now, and they will be showing the parade several more times on their cable channel. It will be available in streaming format on BrattleboroTV.org and on YouTube.
I gotta admit, I love their streaming channel and YouTube because that way my grandkids don't know that I'm not around. They can just watch YouTube.
The infamous babysitter.
Grafton Village cheese, milk from 25 area farms. In fact, they were founded in 1892 by dairy farmers, and they were restored in the mid-1960s, Brattleboro and Windham, Vermont. And now, the Brattleboro Retreat with their Stand Up to Stigma campaign really removed the stigma from mental illness, full range of services for all ages, short-term hospitalization, residential, and school programs, day and evening outpatient programs and services, the Brattleboro Retreats. And of course, wellness and recovery through the Copeland Center and the National Alliance for Mentally Ill of Vermont, NAMI Vermont, and their family support group.
Coming up right behind them, the Franklin County 4-H Dairy Club currently have 17 members. They come from all over Franklin County and southern Vermont. Their primary focus is dairy, but they do community service and go to many dairy shows during the summer months. Some of their activities include clipping, judging, quiz bowl. They enjoy coming to the Strolling of the Heifers each and every year. Go Farmers! And of course, our first introduction to the first stubborn heifer of the day, Opal.
Well, Opal is complaining about her name.
Yeah. We got Dusty, we got Ollie, our family farms. Thanks for coming, guys.
My favorite of the crowd is Muffin.
Definitely has the cute factor working.
And we've decided not to produce the Meadow Muffin so far.
So far. But should that happen, I believe the stroll is prepared.
Yeah, we have cleanup crews standing by. And this passing the review stand is the Springbrook Farm. Glad to see them. All individually painted name tags.
Nice touch. A nice touch. Thanks, guys and gals.
This is really what it's all about, getting the kids familiar with the animals and making sure that they take on the legacy of their parents and other community members.
Very important. Very, very important.
Now this is a great group coming up on our monitors now. The Pinnacle View 4-H Club of Walpole. 20 members joining 4-H from many of the surrounding towns. The club is very active in the 4-H program. The youth enjoy displaying animals at the local fairs, 4-H events, Old Home Days, and they are displaying today Holstein Jersey Ayrshire and milking shorthorn heifers. The Pinnacle View 4-H Club of Walpole.
Now, what kind of cow is that, Tim?
That is a cow dressed up for Sunday go to meeting. And these are all heifers. By the way, a heifer is a female cow that has not had its first calf.
Ah, thanks for clarifying.
Otherwise known as, in our parlance, a teenager.
Yeah. Coming up next, I believe we've got the Franklin Farm. They're a diversified family farm in Guilford, Vermont. The dairy cows are part of the certified organic dairy. The Franklins are member owners of Organic Valley Cooperative. They also make maple syrup, which they sell in their farm store, along with fresh eggs and certified organic beef. On Sunday, Franklin Farm will be a part of the Strolls farm tours, and everyone is welcome to come visit. So give it up for them, the Franklin Farm. Hi, guys.
Right behind them is the Lilac Ridge Farm from West Brattleboro, certified organic farm producing milk for Organic Valley Dairy Co-op, vegetables, strawberries, and maple syrup at their farm stand. It's a 3-generation farm, and tomorrow they will be the host of the Tour Day Heifer. Give it up for the kids and the family. All right.
Right behind them, the Putney School, a boarding and day high school situated on Elm Leah Farm in Putney, Vermont. The Putney School herd is proud to supply 100% of the milk used to Parish Hill Creamery in Westminster West, Vermont.
Great job by the entire crew, including their instructor, Peter Stickney, who's also the farm manager. Right in back of them, the Hill and Valley 4-H Club out of Winchester, New Hampshire, one of the oldest clubs in Cheshire County. Happy to return for the 10th time to the Strolling of the Heifers.
10 times, it's impressive. Have we had anybody here at all 14? Do we know that?
Well, you know, some had to take a year off or two here or there. And this must be the vet. Stephen Major, I presume. Good to see you, sir.
Our fur. Now, what do we have here? These
alpacas.
Alpacas. All right.
Mystic Meadow Alpacas in West Brattleboro. Their mission is to create a vibrant and sustainable farm where they lovingly breed, care for, and sell quality alpacas and produce, and sell made in the USA alpaca products.
Up next, we have Annie Knapp. Oh, Deborah and Aaron Gendro from Guilford, Vermont. Deb is a muralist and a sign painter. Aaron is a senior at Alfred University in New York studying material engineering and is a member of the school's Western Equestrian Riding Team, the cleanup crew.
That's the Strolling of the Heifers scooper team. Always important for an enterprise like this.
Very important.
Now these are my peeps. The Wyndham Regional Career Center, FFA, a national organization since 1928 to teach the kids the skills needed to continue to feed the world, be leading community members and productive citizens. Yeah, I didn't sleep through 4 years of ag class, guys, so it's your turn. The Wyndham Regional Career Center, FFA, and the future business leaders of America.
And these guys are committed to their craft. Look at them.
And of course, one of their advisors, Dennis Hamilton, with his International 784. Moo!
Coming in front of the stand now, the Dummerston School Band. The marching band is made up of musicians grades 5 through 8 from the Dummerston Elementary School. Every year they memorize their music, practice their marching skills, and bring it out for this great event.
Again this year, we are so pleased to have C&S Wholesale Grocers in the parade, the largest wholesale grocery supply organization in the U.S. They supply 6,000 supermarkets, chain stores, military bases, and institutions. They employ 430 in Brattleboro, and they've supported the stroll since 2003 with, of course, their gigantic cows, C&S Wholesale Grocers.
Right behind them, The Gathering Place, a nonprofit adult day and home care service that is celebrating 26 plus years serving the needs of the young and elder adults with disabilities in Wyndham County. Give it up for them, The Gathering Place.
Now these are the guys that if you go to some of these engine shows, they love to talk and talk and talk. The Cast and Brass Antique Machinery Club, they love to talk about their antique farm equipment, which of course I use because that's all we could afford was antiques. After the parade, visit these tractors on the Common, where you can also visit the Heifers. Lots of fun for the grandparents, kids, and parents alike. The Cast and Brass Antique Tractor Club.
Some great old machinery being displayed here today.
I see John Deere's, Farmalls. I believe there's an Alice Chalmers coming into view. That's the orange one that you see on your screen.
$19.40, wow.
And a Ford coming into view on our monitors. Now, one of the things we did back in FFA is we took a Ford engine that they sent us and got it going.
Okay.
Ford sent us a tractor engine. And I did pass my tractor safety course too. Very
Such a thing
important.
exists. I guess it would have to.
Our Vermont law says you have to, if you do not have a driver's license, you have to pass a tractor safety course before you operate on a farm.
And coming up right behind them, the Brattleboro Elementary School Bands. Brattleboro Elementary School Bands are directed by Aaron Villamizer and include 5th and 6th grade students from Academy School, Green Street School, Oak Grove School here in Brattleboro, Vermont.
Now our next float coming into view now is one of the big success stories. Commonwealth Dairy, the makers of Green Mountain Creamery Yogurt, pure BST-free Vermont milk, real fruit and berries. Commonwealth Dairy, Green Mountain Creamery Yogurt.
Right behind them, UNFI, United Natural. Their promise is to be an outstanding partner in the communities where they work, supporting them economically and making meaningful contributions to the quality of life. Give it up for them and welcome them to the Strolling of the Heifers.
And here's one of the many residential homes in the area, the Bradley House. We provide safe and compassionate and service-enriched community way of life for older adults. Strolling of the Heifers is glad to have them as part of Brattleboro. And with any parade, there's a symbiotic pause before our next float.
As well there should be. And of course, off in the distance from where we sit, you can hear the Vermont National Guard 40th Army Band. They were organized in Brattleboro in 1907 as the 1st Infantry Band. The 40th Army Band is currently stationed at Camp Johnson, Colchester, Vermont. Vermont's own 40th Army Band is a tradition of excellence that has been with Vermont for over 100 years.
In fact, in my younger days, I spent some time in the Vermont National Guard 132nd Public Affairs Detachment.
Oh, the dairy godmother makes her triumphant return.
Behind the 40th Army Band, the Neighborhood Schoolhouse, an independent school in Brattleboro since 1980, Neighborhood Schoolhouse. They always have fun there.
Oh, yeah. Now, I think coming up, always a fan favorite here at the Strolling of the Heifers, the Brattleboro Food Co-op Natural Market on Main Street has been featuring our region's farmers and producers for 40 years. Making available fresh local farm products as well as many fine local foods for shoppers to enjoy. The co-op invites you to feel the love every day for 40 years and more. And it's full contact shopping carts. Is that what we call these?
Yeah, in fact, the co-op is holding a celebration of their 40th anniversary on the 27th of June. And special shout out to Alex Jory, who's retiring at the end of the month.
But not before they sucker him into holding the banner one more year.
Oh, yes. You see, I used to do this shopping cart mambo whenever I go shopping, but I never was doing it in unison with anybody. I was trying to get out of there alive.
I understand.
Now with their big store, they really have a lot more room for the carts.
These guys are getting their exercise today.
Coming into view now, the Brattleboro Music Center, founded in 1951 to promote the love and understanding of music. Founder Blanche Moïse, along with her chorale, the Brattleboro Concert Choir, Wyndham Orchestra, and Music School, offer folks of all ages a chance to be part of music as a student, audience member, or performer. Here they are by the reviewing stand, the Brattleboro Music Center.
Take a moment to welcome Esther Robinson from Newfane. Today, 100 years old, and this is her first stroll.
Wow.
So give it up for her. She's right across from our broadcast booth.
There you go.
Coming into view, the Gaines Family Farm cow train. Gaines Farm, nearby Guilford, Vermont, is a state-recognized bicentennial farm. The Gaines family cultivates their 200-acre farm, growing Angus beef, maple syrup, and acres of butternut squash and pumpkins.
And coming into view right now, the Southern Vermont Therapeutic Riding Center. They began in 2010 with one participant. Now they have 75 a year. They work with children and adults with special needs in the Brattleboro area, both schools and private lessons. Working with horses improves your physical, social, cognitive, and emotional needs. The Southern Vermont Therapeutic Riding Center.
And there's the man responsible for all of it, Rick Chapin in the golf cart. Give it up for him. That's busy work right there.
Yeah, that is Utterly Smooth. Red X Industries, a family business located Salem, Ohio for 38 years. They've been part of the stroll for 13 years now. Congratulations to Orly from Utterly Smooth. Stop by the Common for a free sample.
Coming up right behind them, the Little Red House Early Learning Program. It's a licensed home preschool program that opened last fall. They participate in farm-to-school programs, and they have a wonderful garden where the children learn where their food comes from, as well as to how to care for living things.
Is that Chicken Little? Is the sky actually falling?
I don't. Let's hope not. I bet you're thankful it's a cool day.
Now, coming into view is Against the Grain, a Brattleboro-based and Brattleboro-grown business that has offered gluten-free food, seconds, and Against the Grain merchandise. Come by, check out their mural and factory, buying ingredients, supplies, and services locally when possible, supporting the economy and supporting local farmers.
They will also be having a retail store opening up where you can enjoy their stuff for retail. Right behind them, Buddy the Clown. Buddy the Clown has performed in the state of Vermont for over 15 years, entertaining with magic, balloons, comedy, and more. Buddy is seen with one of his kind bubble cars.
And now here's Brattleboro Cub Scout Pack.
I just got hit by a bubble.
Ooh, you too? Yeah. Pack 447, providing Brattleboro boys and their families for over 50 years a great place to learn, explore, and grow. And the Marina Restaurant from downtown Brattleboro. Great to see you guys in the parade as well.
Kate, Sarah, handing out those wonderful chocolate mints. I should try one of those.
Farmer's Breakfast tomorrow morning is at the Marina. Thank you, Kate.
Right behind them, we have the New England Center for Circus Arts. The mission of the New England Center for Circus Arts is to create a school facility community where circus arts are available to the general public and to inspire students.
They're all pretty flexible, aren't they?
They are, and they're very strong, so they're deceptively quick.
Now, one of Brattleboro's big parts of history, the Este Organ Museum, dedicated to the Este Organ Company of Brattleboro. The company was known worldwide for manufacturing reed, pipe, and electronic organs for nearly a century. EsteOrganMuseum.org.
All right, her Mrs. Vermont, her platform is to unplug from technology and reconnect to the great outdoors, and practicing what she preaches on her rollerblades. We'd like to see that.
A real Brattleboro institution and a Brattleboro marvel, Brattleboro Memorial Hospital, providing healthcare services for over 100 years, a licensed 61-bed not-for-profit community hospital. It serves 55,000 people in 22 towns in Vermont, New Hampshire, and Massachusetts. Steve Gordon, there you go. How about that for a nice catch? Steve is the president, and now I have my own cow.
You do, look at that.
Oh boy. The BMH people also have their volunteer doulas that help babies out.
Now that's some enthusiasm right there. The Mutton and Mead Medieval Festival, folks. A journey to another time. Sample the realms of the finest entertainers while you enjoy the Robin Hood story unfolds around you. Witness the spectacle of knights jousting, adorn yourself with gifts from merchants, and feast on the kingdoms. The Mutton and Mead Festival.
Back in their day, they used leeches instead of HMOs. The Windham County Maple Association, 150 sugar makers from around Windham County. In 2016, they'll host Vermont's Maple Roundup with sugar house tours, programs of barbecue, and more. The Windham County Maple Association.
And here we go again, the Brattleboro Area Middle School Band. BAMS is made up of 80 students in grades 7 and 8 that attend Brattleboro Area Middle School. They are excited to perform at the annual Strolling the Heifers Parade. Give it up for them.
Now, right behind BAMS is the Brattleboro Boys and Girls Club, where last night they hosted a local kickoff for the summer meal program. You can find Windham County meal sites online at unitedwaywindham.org or by calling 211.
Right behind them, the Newbrook Elementary School cheerleaders. The cheer squad promotes school spirit, teamwork, healthy choices at Newbrook Elementary School in Newfane, Vermont. The squad is made possible by Laughter, or the Learning After School, the school environment program of Windham Central Supervisory Union Primary Schools.
Now coming into view, a real Brattleboro institution since 1885, Holstein Association USA. They are the world's largest dairy breed organization. They employ 123 people downtown in Brattleboro and in the field. Development of Holstein cattle and the Holstein breed and great genetics. They're helping feed the world. Holstein Association USA.
I like the shirts, guys.
There are over 8 million Holstein cows in the U.S. I love it.
Coming in next, a familiar face to the Strolling of the Heifers, U.S. Senator Bernie Sanders.
He's been to them all.
Bernie has marched in nearly every one of the 14 Strolling of the Heifers parades since 2002. He's been a great supporter of the stroll since the beginning. When he was still a congressman even. This is not a political parade, but the next time he comes around, who knows?
A great band coming up, the Leland and Gray Samba Band, Brazilian-style percussion music. Their 8th year in the parade, they've been rocking the streets since 08, Leland and Gray! Bayada Home Health Care coming into view. They're doing a great job.
Up behind them, Edward Jones Investments. They started serving individual investors in 1922. In 1957, they opened their first rural office in Mexico, Missouri. And then they have focused on small towns and individual investors across America. Edwards Jones.
How's your nest egg doing?
If you're wondering, the folks that hand out the advice are holding the banner, so maybe you can get like a nickel's worth of free advice today.
Anna and Phil, good to see you guys. Now up next, beyond the nest egg, are the PAX Academic Exchange students from 15 countries who've attended high school in Brattleboro and neighboring towns this year through PAX, Program Academic Exchange. They would like to thank you, and especially their host families, for making them feel warm and special. Gracias. Merci. Great to see you guys. Thank you for being here.
Bringing it loud and proud, here comes the Brattleboro swim team and their coaches in the Octopus's Garden. They are the 2014 Southern Vermont Division I champions and the 2014 Swim Association Division II champions. Give it up for the Brattleboro swim team.
Now coming into your monitor, the New England Youth Theater. 16 years old, they serve over 500 kids a year, produce 20 shows. One of the largest employers of artisans in Windham County, NEYT.org.
Up next, the Bonnievale Environmental Education Center. They're a member-based nonprofit organization founded in 1991 to develop a more ecologically informed citizenry through education and action in order to enhance and sustain the vitality of Southern Vermont's bioregion.
Remember, don't run over those salamanders, okay?
Yeah, don't do that.
Saw a sign the other day near Beak that said slow turtle crossing.
Yeah.
I said, of course they are slow, they're turtles.
Of course, it makes perfect sense.
That must be the Noodle Daisy, Vic and Sticks, as they get ready with the milkshake stroll with bubbles and music.
Coming up next, the Girl Scouts of the Green and White. That's Green and White Mountains. Their mission is to build girls of courage, confidence, character, who make the world a better place. Give it up for them. You were right, Tim. You were right.
And of course the Girl Scouts made sure I got my customary box of Samoas.
Samoas. The Rich Earth Institute, from right here in Brattleboro for the past 3 years, Rich Earth has been researching how to stabilize human urine as fertilizer. Local farms have increased crop yields and thousands of gallons of water has been saved, one bathroom at a time.
Great job, guys. Look for the Rich Earth porta potties at the Green Expo and the festival.
There you go.
And here comes the Brattleboro Union High School marching band. The Colonels have been all but the first Heifers stroll. 70 members. They're part of community building events at the school and the community. Directed by Steve Rice, the Brattleboro Union High School Colonel Marching Band. I love the fact that these guys actually play some old Chicago at the high school football games. Thought nobody knew 25 or 6-4 anymore.
Oh, they all know it. It's a classic. Coming up next, the Grammar School, offering integrated experimental education for the whole child in support of community. Students embrace the outdoors, the arts, and an outstanding academic program combining with humanities, mathematics, and sciences. I see some Wagenbachs up there.
I think those are either instructors or somebody who stayed back for about 20 years. Or parents. Now this next group, one of Windham County's best kept secrets. Grace Cottage Hospital since 1949. They have a close relationship with Brattleboro Memorial Hospital. They're focused primary care and rural health. They have one of the best patient satisfaction scores of any hospital in Vermont. Their Chief Officer, Roger Albee, up front. Grace Cottage Hospital! You see, so far I've gotten a Frisbee and a box of cookies.
Oh, you've got your cow.
And the little cow.
Next year, I'm sitting closest to the road.
Good luck.
Coming up next, the Windham County Relay for Life. The American Cancer Society's Relay for Life of Windham County represents the hope that those lost to cancer will never be forgotten, that those who face cancer will be supported, and that one day cancer will be eliminated. This year's relay is at the Brattleboro Union High School track. The format's a little different. This is next Saturday, June 13th, from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m.
Now you have something to do with that, right?
I do. I do. It's one of the charities that I support wholeheartedly. So give it up for them, the Windham County Relay for Life.
In fact, you'll find their booth at the expo down on the Brattleboro Retreat grounds.
There will be a great place to get some information on them.
Now, you know, we both work in commercial radio, and it's good to know that there are choices out there, like this one, WVEWLP, Brattleboro Community Radio, independent with over 50 DJs offering more than 30 different shows. They offer Democracy Now!, syndicated news, and support free speech radio. WVEW, give them a shout out at 107.7.
Coming up right behind them, the Commons. They are Windham County's not-for-profit, independent, award-winning source for news and views. It's published every week and available throughout the region. They celebrate the same issues and values that the Stroll highlights. A sense of place and a great paper.
You know, it's amazing. Jeff Potter and Olga Peters never take a day off, do they? Hey, Barry. I didn't get my paper this week. Thank you. All right, the Commons. Pick it up free every week, commonsnews.org. And here is Food Connects, a nonprofit organization with a vision for healthy families, thriving farms, connected communities, supporting 30 schools in the region to improve food and ag education and source local food for cafeterias. Wyndham Farm and Food, a local food hub.
Coming up right behind them, Oak Meadow. They provide a flexible, progressive, and education for students K through 12. Their child-centered homeschooling curriculum encourages creativity, critical thinking, and intellectual development through hands-on activities. Families love their nature-based approach. Give it up for them, the Oak Meadow School.
Now make sure if you're in Brattleboro just today, come back a lot. We have a great lot of culture in our region, including the Yellow Barn, founded by David and Janet Wells in 1969, an international center for chamber music in Putney, encouraging discovery in the studio, classroom, and concert hall, the Yellow Barn.
The River Valley School of Art, Brattleboro's one and only art school for 39 years. River Valley School is the place to go where one can paint, draw, sculpt, make prints, and much more. Located right here on Main Street, overlooking the Whetstone Brook. The River Valley School is where folks from all walks of life can find
River Gallery. The River Gallery School of Art. And look at this. The Vermont Workers Center, dedicated to organizing for the human rights of people in Vermont, supporting an economically just and democratic Vermont, the Vermont Workers Center. That's what we all want, a more just and economically balanced world.
That would be nice. Coming up behind them, the Southern Vermont Dance Festival. It returns to Brattleboro July 16th through the 19th with an exciting round of dance classes, lectures, and performances. They offer amazing opportunities to the professional dancer, dance student, and dance enthusiast. Find out more information at southernvermontdancefestival.com.
And here comes the Our Credits group, strengthening the local food movement and locally owned businesses by using our credits instead of dollars, saving the dollars for their community to use as they see fit in an innovative, participatory, consensus-building decision-making process, empowering ourselves with community credit.
Up next, the Whetstone Ledges Farm Stand. The Whetstone Brook is named for the ledges in Marlborough where whetstones tumble out into the stream. This farm stand nears the ledges along the brook where they produce blueberries, raspberries, vegetables, and maple syrup.
And this winds out our heifer parade with the Strolling of the Heifers, theme song Alan Greenleaf and the Doctor, the Sunrise Farm Wagon, They invite you to follow them along to the Dairy Festival. This year's theme, Love Your Farmer. We love all of you, and thank you for being part of the Strolling of the Heifers Parade. Always a great job working with you, sir.
Good working with you. Tim Johnson from WTSA.
And Pete Fish Case from 96, make that 92.7.
Appreciate
Classic
that.
Hits, KVT FM.
Thanks once again for tuning in. Thanks for coming out. Enjoy all the festivities on the Common and down at the retreat grounds.
We will see you next year at the Strolling of the Heifers. Great job, BCTV volunteers. Thank you all. Have a great day.